Hey, my name is Eitan. Every day I chat with probably 10 to 15 solopreneurs, founders, business owners, etc. And I ask them about the biggest challenge. And one of the biggest challenge I constantly hear is getting their first client. And I want to share a few things that I found that are helpful in this situation. Let's go. All right. So basically, when it comes to sales, you promise something and the client needs to have some sort of level of confidence or certainty or trust that you can deliver on that, which this is a watered down version of Alex Hormozy's value equation, which I highly recommend you get familiar with. And during this presentation or this clip, we're going to focus on the confidence part. The promise is the offer, something else. I'm not going to talk about it today. And there's a chicken and egg problem here because you want to get your first client, but you can't give them any assurances or trust or past successes that they can actually believe you and hire you. So you're stuck in this deadlock. And I want to offer a few methods to get past that and actually get your first client and build on top of that and getting more testimonials. And the idea is basically showing proof of success, showing the outcomes you got for the client. Nobody cares about you. It's what you can do for them. This is an idea that I've taken from J.K. Molina. And let's see how we can do that. All right. So we're going to cover 4 methods and a bonus. Cool. The first one is an idea from Jack Butcher, which is the Permissionless Apprentice. Basically, you use your skill on somebody else, preferably high value or known or high profile, let's call that, and you use it to demonstrate your skill. So let's say you're a designer, you take a tweet by somebody prominent, let's say Alex Hormozy or Jack Butcher, and you design a visual for the tweet. Let's say you're a video editor, you go to a podcast which doesn't have good YouTube clips or doesn't have shorts, and you create for them shorts and send them to see that, or you post it on Twitter and tag them. You don't steal, you share, you do it for them, you enhance their content with your abilities. Danny Miranda has a video editor which did exactly that. The person didn't ask, hey Danny, can I be your video editor? The person did the work, cut the clips, sent Danny, check out my work, would you like to work together? All right, that's the idea. And you can use it in many ways. If you build landing pages, improve their landing page, video editing and designing. We give an example, ghostwriting, just write a week worth of content and share with them. Look, this is what I know based on your voice, tone, outcomes, target audience, etc. Just do the job for them. The next method is using your past experience, all right? If you worked in the past, if you don't have any past experience, it's a different case, use the other methods. But if you did work in the past, you can use this to get testimonials and proof of work. This is something I got from Eddie from Very Good Copy. And basically, the idea is send an email blast to people you know with relevant experience that you work with and ask them for testimonials. This is the email I sent. The link over here just sends them to a Google form with name, role, and the feedback or testimonial or recommendation they want to give me. And it helped me collect quite a few recommendations that I can use. And again, it's not that you can do completely unrelated recommendations, like if you did, I don't know what, web design and now you're doing coaching, there's a chance the recommendations are not relevant. So see what works for you. And again, you can steal this email version that I used. The next version is volunteering and doing work for free. Many people get stuck on this because they cannot even get clients for free, but you don't necessarily need clients. You can go for friends and family and do something for them. You do a small business, open source project, charities, hackathons, any place where you think you can demonstrate your skill, go and do that. And the Permissionless Apprentice is also kind of volunteering, just with a very specific person in mind or few people in mind. And there's a common mistake people do when they actually volunteer or do the work for free, which is basically they ask for the testimonial and then they just get, "You're great." And that's shit. You cannot do anything with that. It doesn't build any confidence for your next client. So here's how we avoid this. Basically, we start with the testimonial we know in mind already. We will know that a ton increased conversions by incredibly amount of percent, 50%. A ton increased sales by $200, 200%, $5,000, whatever. And that way, before you start the work, the volunteering work, you know that there's a number you're going to drive. It can be the dollar amount, the conversion amount, the amount of likes they have, the amount of views they have, whatever number or metric you're trying to move. And that way, once you're done, even if they give you a shit testimonial like you're great and not something useful, and I'm going to show you a way to get something useful out of your testimonials, you still have the number. And that's amazing proof. This and this client, this industry, the size of business, improve conversions by X amount. Cool. So know in advance what's the testimonial you want. The fourth one is something I used as well. It's building your own project. So when I was trying to get into product management, getting your first product job is extremely hard. Basically, you don't get a product management job before you have product management experience, which is kind of a catch-22, similar to the situation we're in here. I went and I scoped a to-do app, and I went on some freelancing site, and it was a long time ago. So I paid a guy from Bangladesh, a developer, like $6 or $10 an hour to develop the app. And it gave me the experience of encountering the problems and issues. So when I got to job interviews, I could talk about it way more easily. So build your own project and use this experience. Let's talk about the bonus and how you can get out the testimonials much more. So this is something I learned from Matt Mushari. Basically, at the end of any interaction or at the end of the contract or delivering the goods, you ask them, "How was my service?" 0 to 10, 8 being met expectations. And they'll tell you 7 or 9 or 1, whatever number you'll get. And then if it's below 8, what would make it an 8? Now they have to think and give you concrete actions or results or things that will move you up. And that's amazing for you because you actually get a list of things that you can do better for your next client. And it also forces them to think about what you did well and what you didn't do well. And it gets the juices flowing, and you'll get way more valuable feedback than just "you're great." Write down the notes or take down notes so you can use it in your testimonials. If the number they gave you, the score they gave you, is above 8, amazing, great work. Now, what would make it a 10? Same scenario. You must have done something good because you got an 8, but also you can go even better. So ask what would make it a 10. And I find this opens a great conversation and gives you a lot of meat you can use in your testimonials and recommendations. So quick recap. We want to get proof that you can deliver on your promises. We covered four methods to do that. The Permissionless Apprentice, use your past connections or experience, volunteer, do your own project, and then finally the bonus, ask for feedback using the 0 to 10 feedback method by Matt Mushari. I hope this is helpful for you. If you have any questions about that, hit me on Twitter or on my website or on LinkedIn, and I'd be more than happy to talk about this. I really enjoy talking about this, and I love helping people. So I hope it will be useful for you. Good luck. Ciao.